resume. Like, I am the presenter. I know how to do it.
Oh my gosh.
We live in Tachikawa now, and one of the interesting things that we haven't really received before, actually that's not true, Sumitaku also gave us this stuff, is there's like a little newsletter that comes on a weekly or monthly basis.
It's weekly here, yeah.
And this one has presented us with a challenge of a stamp rally. And Eric has been pretty psyched about this, he's been really excited, but we really don't know what it means. Maybe we're just going to end up going to like really lame places and not landmarks.
I thought it was good. Yeah, so my opinion, I just glanced at it when it came and I was like, oh, it's going to be like a landmark thing and it's going to be a really cool way to explore the new town that we've moved to and like just got to get a look around and stuff. And this came like maybe a month ago and I've been waiting for the weather to be good and the weather's perfect now because like spring is upon us.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, let's go and get this thing done. And now I'm starting to look at it and I think maybe you like got to go to stores and buy things in order to like do the stamp rally, which is less cool.
But I'm just like, let's ride.
Yeah,
let's ride and see what happens. What has Tachikawa decided to show us as an entry into the city? City.
The way that this works is that you, like Katie showed, you have these newspaper.
There's a QR code. I already loaded the QR code.
So we've got that loaded up on the phone.
Precautions for participation. Do not access with a depreciated browser. Do not use secret mode.
Katie's reading the
Do not
Google
use
translated
code
version.
scanner.
Okay, so we're just going to agree.
Let's just move on.
So we're into the digital stamp rally stuff, and it says the dates.
Not only the child rearing generation, but also those who support child rearing. Those who support it. Children and adults can participate. Current number of stamps, 0.
We have zero
pieces. This is harsh. They
Okay.
have really... We can win prizes.
So
one of the prizes is a burger.
Yeah, there's prizes.
Or that might not be a prize. That might be one of the experience. Way to participate.
No, those are things you can win, dude. Furniture, a baby car. You can get it. You can win a baby car.
Shit, what are we gonna put in
there? Look
there?
at this. We're gonna have to get a dog. Okay. How do you go?
Look at the map.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Eric Klein. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we have to do all of those.
Yeah,
okay,
that's going to be a bit much.
There's a lot of participating stores. Okay, this is interesting.
Okay, so it says it's super easy. Let's see here. Where is the go button? Do you just
I pushed
scroll
way to
in?
participate up above. Get stamps on your smartphone using participating stores. Scan QR codes presented at the cash register.
Yeah, so you got to buy things.
You might have to buy things, or maybe we'd be sneaky. If you collect stamps, apply with your smartphone.
Okay.
When you've accumulated stamps, select the prize.
Okay.
Advanced preparation, you need certain standards of browser.
And then it's just like how to choose like your gifts or whatever, your winnings. Okay. All right. So this is going to show me a list of things that is like the types of things you can do. So you've got everything is selected, and then like playing and staying, and then eating, and various different things like shopping and things like that. So you can select by different category.
I already see that like fika's covered for today.
Yeah, fika will be easy.
And we definitely already planned on having those. So like food and drink and snack.
I don't plan on buying glasses today.
I actually need glasses, but I need to get an eye exam. Is an eye exam like one of the stamps?
Oh, you can buy a baby car. Well, then we'd have to get the dog. Okay.
Seems like a lot of steps need to be done before you can do the things like buy a dog, get an eye exam.
So let's pretend that we were going to go to Adam's Awesome Pie. Okay, so you got to buy the original apple pie for 480 yen.
Oh, it tells you how much you have to spend, or at least like the item that
it's saying a thing, that's for sure. And it says it's oh, it's for a happy tea time, Katie. was and a tea time.
All right.
Okay, and then it gives you the Google Map link. And you can just post it up on Google Maps and you can be on your way. So I guess that the first thing we're going to have to do is find something in this list
that we're interested in doing. I don't know how you got to the list. How did you get to the list?
Oh, I don't know where you are now. You're still in the how to do. participating stores.
stores.
Yep. Okay, so let's dig through here and see if we can find something, and then we will return. We have digested some of this information here, and what we have decided is that it is not the same thing that we thought it was going to be. So we're going to use this stamp rally to kind of just give ourselves some direction and go explore some things. And I don't know if we're going to do all the stamps or not. I didn't think it was going to be a shopping thing. I thought it was going to be a landmark and like do the thing and like it was going to be a fun thing like that. I didn't think it was going to be a marketing activity. So
like big camera is one of the things on
which is like
in
a
all
Best Buy basically.
Could be very fun to just go in there and be like, all right, this is all the stuff, and I might stare at refrigerators for a little while, but it seems a little more driven towards commerce as opposed to showing you different areas of the new town that you live in. And in a way that I kind of think, oh, you're supporting your area. That could be nice. I don't know how much they want you to spend at each place. It is a little vague on the details of what happens once you get to the store.
I like how it's talking about like, oh, this is fun with kids. Like what? Like this, like you get your hair did and stuff. Like kids don't want to get their hair did.
Yeah, I've seen them crying when you take the scissors out. They don't like that.
The good news though is we're covered in flowers. That's a positive motion towards the way the day is going.
It's a good start to be showered in petals. I got my glasses, and this is like the best thing that's happened to videos in a really long time, is that I am not blind right now. Behind me is a place called Cocoon. It is the closest stamp rally point to us from where we were just sitting, and it says that inside you could purchase food or you could purchase something else. We don't know what that something else is, but we're not interested in food, and we have walked past this place before and it doesn't seem like something we're going to be interested in. So we are foregoing this possible stamp and moving towards something in the future. But it's a really cool looking building.
Is it though? It just kind of looks weird.
But isn't weird cool?
Not always. You're not very cool.
But am I weird?
Oh yeah. Let's give a little bit of information about what Tachikawa is. And Tachikawa is a part of Tokyo that is outside of the main 23 wards. So it's kind of like a satellite city of Tokyo that is still inside of Tokyo in a weird way.
And some people shit on me because I no longer live in the Kus.
But those people don't realize how good it is to live in the countryside. Which is kind of where we live now. I don't know if it's the countryside. I mean, look around. This isn't like countryside, but compared to like central Tokyo, it's definitely a little more rural.
Yes. People talk to us here.
Yeah. The way people are here is different. It's like when you're inside of Tokyo, everybody has got blinders on and they pretend they're alone. When you leave Tokyo and go into like countryside or smaller cities, all around Japan, people are more friendly and they talk.
One person just came up and asked us, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. This doesn't happen inside of Tokyo ever. So it's been a nice change in that way, but it's definitely like much more suburban, I guess. And that's kind of what Tachikawa is. And we'll end up showing that there's kind of a built up area as well. And there's a lot of residential stuff that is around the area. But it's been a bit of a change moving this area, but like so far it's been all right. Wow, it got really dark on the camera. Hold on, here it comes.
Ooh.
We're back.
So I think some of what this stamp rally is about is like pumping up your local neighborhood. So I'm gonna do that right now with one of like the restaurants that we've really enjoyed in the area, and that's called Nanairo. And it is a pasta restaurant where they make the pasta in-house, and the sauces are all very, very good. And we thoroughly enjoyed the lunch that we had here, and hopefully more people get to enjoy it because they're doing great stuff.
So far, I think it's the best restaurant we found in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it really does have that we made this feel, and you can't get it anywhere else, and we're really proud of it. And there's also this little metal boy. We think there's some sort of metal artist that lives or has something to do with Tachikawa. And this is actually the guy that makes the pasta inside. That's the guy. And,
not like literally, but
yes.
like a copy.
It is definitely a copy. But we're going to see if we can find more of these metal guys around. This is the second one I've seen. So hopefully we find a little more today. If we don't, I mean...
My bet is there's a local artist that makes these, because I've seen them all over the place.
Yeah. It's incredible artwork. I've never really seen something like this. It makes me want to try it out for myself, but I don't know how you do this. We're at the first non-food stamp location. Don't really know what's going to happen once we go inside, but there's at least some appeal on the inside. The bobbly heads are of the caliber of what I like. We've got Mr. Magoo, Mighty Mouse, Big Boy, and Obama.
I didn't see Obama coming at the end.
We've decided that it's definitely possible to get a stamp here, and we're going to do it with the Postcard Club. So if you're in the Postcard Club, you will be getting a different kind of stamp on here coming your way.
Well, that was not at all what I thought was going to be happening with the first stop of the day.
I didn't think it would be a print shop where like you really don't do. It was a very small area of things to be sold, so interesting.
It felt like you were in somebody's office, and like when you walked in, like you didn't get like the irashamase, like welcome to the store or whatever. Like none of that happened. It was just quiet and a lady working at a desk, and they were fine. And when Katie started flipping, like this is a scatter shot of stuff. It feels like an antique shop, but it's a print shop. Like this bottom thing here says print shop, and that's what we were inside of. And they kind of have a smorgasbord of things they have printed, which is like the postcards. And they had this really nice book that was like old-time Tachikawa pictures and stuff. And it seems like it all is kind of focused around like the 50s and 60s, and that seems to kind of be the theme.
The heyday, maybe.
But then there is WrestleMania toys and like little cars and
like equipment that you shouldn't touch.
Yeah, like a loom or something in the side of the building. It's strange, and it looks like there's a little area where you can sit and eat. Like the whole thing is just, it's a little weird. But anyway, they had a bunch of nice postcards, and they're all taken in Tachikawa. And we were like, okay, well, like, let's just go ahead and get this. And like, so the next group of stuff for the Postcard Club, it's like all set up, and it's going to be nice pictures of the Tachikawa situation. And they also had the stamp rally thingy. Yeah. And we got a picture of the stamp rally thingy, and we have also scanned it on Katie's phone. So it says, stamp getto shimashita. Yes. So we've got one stamp, and I think that we just got to make sure that we don't close the browser. I guess that's how this works. Because if you close the browser or whatever, then it will lose the number of stamps you've collected.
I don't know, and I feel not worried about that because we did the Mario one, and my phone was acting really
oh yeah, you had to
weird.
reboot.
So yeah, and it's another shop to look at, so we can click on that, and then we can find another shop to go to. So maybe we'll scan the area and see if there's anything else of interest. I can't believe we got postcards. That was
it's really convenient.
What? That was really convenient. Okay, let's find another place.
We found a park.
We're letting our inspiration for the Postcard Club continue to drive our stamp rally business. And we've ended up at a stationery store, which is obviously filled with all of your normal notebooks, letters, and pens. And we're gonna get a pen that is special for this postcard that we're going to send out. And I was hoping for a sparkly pen, but I'm not finding any sparkly pens. So we're going to hunt and find something good.
In Japan, instead of using signatures, they use a stamp system where you have like a physical personal stamp, and it'll have usually your last name printed on it. And this is how they are sold in a very cheap way if you need a quick fix for your stamping purposes. But official ones are usually made like by a dude with like a chisel and stuff, and they make them like, you know, official or whatever. But they do sell them really cheaply like this. And for instance, like this one here actually says Tachikawa on it. So it's the name of the city, but could also be a name. And you just dip this end in ink, and then you put it on paper, and then it gives you your signature instead of signing a thing. But as you can see, this can be fairly simple to forge, since you can come in here and buy one of these things for all of 350 yen. It's a bit of a interesting system, we should say. Hey Katie, what do you think about this?
Ooh, I remember these from when I was little.
Why is it a syringe thing? What is that?
To inspire
heroin addicts?
Nursing and doctor inspirations.
It feels weird though. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a little strange.
smells like Asia up in here.
I got news for you.
Slightly burnt is what it smells like. Okay, so we went in there, we looked at all the pens, and anything with sparkles ended up being like a really permanent pen that might ruin the postcards. So I decided against that. And if you're in the postcard club, I'm gonna tell you a little like factoid. I usually use friction pens because it's erasable. I mess up on addresses. Not frequently, but it's embarrassing. So I started using an erasable pen so I wouldn't mess up. If you see that I have messed up your address and I had to write oops next to it, it means that I couldn't find my pen that day. But I've decided to try a new erasable pen that has a thicker tip. I don't really like the 0.5. I'm going for the 0.7.
Bad girl.
Yeah.
Wait, is 7 bigger or smaller than the 5? How does it work?
Seems,
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's bigger.
Are you, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember how the system functions.
So I'm excited to try that, and we've gone with a pink, and the color will be explained later. Purchased everything, got our Stamp Rally QR code on, and then the lady came over and told us that she had a present, so let's open this together. It says Pilot on it, so it might be a Pilot type pen. Another pink! Oh, it actually says the store that we got it from, and it's a 0.7. This is what you give as a present. It's a good, thick pen. Does it write pink or blue or black? No, black. Ooh, and it's smooth. Good gripper. You can have this one for your desk.
Just walking down the street and there's this little sign here, and it says Baka Uma, which is the name of a little restaurant or a bar or something. And Baka means idiot, so this is the Idiot Horse. It's the name of this place. Hey, come on down to the Idiot Horse, get a drink, y'all. We've made our way over to the city-ish area of Tachikawa, and
yeah,
we
we're
are
just next to the tracks, like right next to the station, south of it, and we are looking for food. And so far,
getting Japanned as usual with the food.
I would say we're going through the Stamp Rally dots, and most of them have been closed. I think we've looked at 4, and all of them have been closed. And we're standing outside of one that we were kind of like not necessarily excited, but at least seemed really feasible. Like the price was right and the food was pasta.
And I mean, like, it's Tuesday at noon.
So we came over here.
Everything's closed.
It's closed. And it turns out that they are closed on the 2nd and 3rd Tuesdays of every month. So that's a thing.
Quick editor's note. I'd like to point out that we have since been back to this exact restaurant trying to eat there again, and they were closed for like another random reason, so we still haven't eaten there. It never ends.
We don't get to hang out with this giant bear.
Yeah, let's get a look at this bear. What is going on here? That's a big bear.
That's a big bear.
What is this?
Looking hella closed.
Is it closed? Are you serious?
That looks closed to me.
Is this it? It is closed. Dude, what the hell?
What's going on? Is this only for weekends?
This is like the 4th place we've looked at, dude. 5th. This is getting... Yo, I'm hungry. I just want to eat some something. This bird looked good.
Yeah, bird did look good.
All right. Someplace where interesting though, what we're standing in, if you come into like city areas in Japan and you want to go get restaurants, you end up in like these little stairway, alleyway things that feel like you're not supposed to be here, but this is how you get places. It's like absolutely a vibe. Are you just double checking to see if... Oh, we're gonna go in the tiny elevator. It's either the stairs or the tiny elevator.
Huh. That's a disappointment.
Oh, and it's got the carpet and everything. This is a vibe too.
Yeah, so it's 2nd floor. I looked at it's like when it's supposed to be open, and it says that it smells terrible in here.
Yeah, it does. Let's go to the 2nd floor. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes, because I just wanted to see the front door because we weren't looking at the front door.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not open.
Yeah, it says it's in preparation. Oh, he's a biter.
Yeah, it smells like cigarettes up in here.
And like
Or
something
mold.
dank. Something real dank. Okay. All right, let's keep on keeping on.
And then we're not going to be able to find a place before everything closes at 2 o'clock. Yeah, this is the bird we were looking for. Oh, I didn't notice that when we came in.
Take it down. I am now recording my screen, which this is my first time to do it, so you're going to need to bear with me. I'm on the home page, and I just want to walk you through some of the irritation that has come along with playing the stamp rally. If you don't want to hear irritation, fast forward, and maybe there won't be any, I don't know. So I'm scrolling down, and I hit a map. And I feel like this map is going to be really helpful because it will show where I am in relation to all the stamps. So I click and I make it bigger. I never find out exactly where I am. So that sucks. But I can still like drill in to see where I know I am. And currently we are at this cafe getting lunch. When you look at this, it says Cafe Solve. And you can tell if it's a cafe and you can tell that it's food, but what if we look at another dot or any other dot on here? Some of these we don't know if they're food or not. I bet you I just highlighted everything that's food. They're all food now that I think about it. But if I touch, that one's also food. Also, maybe food? No, I don't know. Okay, so this one that I just clicked, this Angie, you don't know what it is. So maybe you want to find out, is it worth going in for my stamp rally enjoyment? I don't really know. So I click on it. It takes me out of the website that I was just on, and it does give me a lot of information that I could use. But I've determined that this place is not a place I want to go. So when I backswipe, I gotta start that whole thing over again of finding out where I am, knowing, zooming in, and then clicking around to try and find something that I want to go to. And when you have a drive and you know where you want to go, such as for food, narrow it down or make it easier so that I don't end up in hangry zone 5 restaurants in wondering where my meat pie is.
The good news, of course, is finally food has arrived, and it looks all right.
Got some garlic chips and an egg. Is that shoulder?
All right, let's get into this curry. So, like it's Japanese style curry, so rice and curry. And it said it's gonna have a lot of spices in it and a bunch of different vegetables and some beef or chicken, I don't remember which. It's a pretty damn good curry. Like, it's really got a lot of spices in it and stuff. And like there's shoga in here. I believe that's shoga. Yeah, no hope. Raw shoga isn't the way to go. It's pretty good. Comes with a set. It's like, I got like a little soup and a salad and an iced tea. It's a little expensive. It's like 1,400 yen, which is like, we try to hit 1,000 yen for a meal because we're cheap. But I don't know. After 5 now open places, I think they can charge a premium since they're the only place in town that's actually functioning right now. You excited about this meat pie?
Yes. It smells much of cinnamon. It is called a cinnamon meat pie, and the cinnamon is making me think of like Applejack cereal. I'm hoping it's higher quality than that. I'm pretty sure it will be. I had a knife, didn't have a knife, got a knife. Flaky crust. Looks like really dry meat, but I'm into that. It's got a Pop-Tart quality. Do they have like meat Pop-Tarts? I think the smell is better than the taste. I'm not necessarily disappointed, but I'm not also like super excited at the same time. Eric has equipped me with a kyde cam, which basically means that I'm going to take you into the bathroom because that's apparently what I do. The only thing I really wanted to point out was that I really like when the lock is as good as what you'd lock your house with.
How was your meat pie?
Oh, after eats review. So I would say that by the time I was finished with it, I was really appreciating it.
Oh.
It was unique, it was different. I thought to myself, you're never having this. Like the last time I had a meat pie, it was cooked by an Australian man. And that was a few months ago, but I hadn't had a meat pie.
What? You were hanging with an Australian man and a meat pie? I didn't know about
Ryan
this.
made meat pies.
Oh, word.
But prior to that, I hadn't had a meat pie kind of ever. And I realized when I first ate it, I don't have the aptitude to judge such a thing, and I shouldn't, other than telling you at first I didn't think it was that spectacular. By the time I was done, I was like, I wish this was continuing to go on because I won't be having this anytime soon.
I think that happens with a lot of meal reviews where at the beginning you have one like reaction to it and then at the end you have a different. It could be better, it could be worse.
Yeah,
but,
you've definitely got to do the after eats sometimes. if you make it through the whole meal and it doesn't change, then that's fine. But if there's a significant difference before and after, then you need to share that.
My curry was pretty good.
It didn't change. I chased down another spot for the stamp rally. It had a very interesting little picture that it looked like it was kids' candy. So I thought maybe it was going to be one of those old-timey candy streets where kids go and they get the little basket and they put these little candies in it that are like 10 yen each or whatever. It was not that. It's a pharmacy. And inside the pharmacy are people waiting to get their drugs, and they have like this banner through the middle of the window so you can't see in. Like, this is not to me a stamp rally enjoyable thing. This is people who don't feel well and don't want to deal with some nerdy little girl who's like, I'm trying to get my stamps. Like, this doesn't seem appropriate for the stamp rally. You can buy some random items that are on the wall in there, but do you need them? And do you need to bug somebody who's just trying to get their drugs? I don't think so. Someone came over here and was like, gotta give him the big lips. I absolutely love him. But I'm still fascinated that someone thought of it.
So I've been through here on my bike. I don't think you've been through here. This is an underpass that goes underneath the train tracks by Tachikawa Station. And it's a pretty big station, so it's not an area where they have a place where you can just walk across the tracks because there's so many trains coming and going. So they've made this underpass, and usually they're not that interesting, but they've done, there goes a train now, they've done a bunch of like local people have come down here and put art on the walls. And when I came through here before, I was really impressed with a lot of it. It's just fun. It's like not pretentious, it's like they let kids do it or something.
And they made all of them like little trains. So,
oh, I didn't even notice that when I was here before. You're right.
It might actually be that these are schools, and each school was given a train car
to maybe
decorate.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel like this is a really nice way to like.
But I don't really think that with the slug we started it off like really high bar. So I'm really disappointed in everything else I'm seeing. Does that say pangry? What's pangry? Is that when you're in so much pain you're hungry?
I don't know, man. What do we got here? What does this say? One pure on pure. Can you dissect what this says?
Diversity and opportunity and diversity. On purity.
Yeah, this artwork is on point. Check out this big old Tachikawa business. This bunny will be in y'all's future. We got all these guys down here just chilling. And then, I didn't think you were gonna be doing the same thing as Zilla. It's a good look. That's hella cool art.
Yeah, he makes me smile.
This is iconic of Tachikawa. We'll be showing that in a moment as well. Keep all that in your memories, y'all.
You didn't have to wait very long for us to get to that iconic little bit that you saw in the painting just a moment ago. These are kind of the arches of Tachikawa. Kind of reminds me a bit of St. Louis. And most people...
It's architecture. It's art. So it's architecture, but it's also arcs. So arcs, art, architecture, make a word.
I can't do it. Architecture. There we go. It doesn't work because you put that extra C in there. So they're just sitting on the north side of the station. Kind of helps you know that you're on the north. But there's also another very, 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 very cute thing that we have to go check out. It's worth the walk. And we're here. This is Tachikawa's Yurikera, and it is kururin. This is the inspiration for the color of the postcard pen. So that's why we chose pink. And
let's check out his backside.
Backside?
Do you remember what his tail looks like?
I think, I'll tell you if I'm right. No, I wasn't right. I thought it was like a 4-leaf clover, but it is just a flower. Kaboom! Just wanted to talk about one of the surprising things I found as another stamp rally thing. Much like the pharmacy, I don't think should be a stamp rally. I don't know how much I trust, and I'm gonna scroll down here a little bit. Once I hit that bottom one, the stamp rally dentist is not something that I am interested in perusing or using or having work on my teeth.
You want a stamp? Come get some teeth yanked.
What's the cheapest thing you can buy at the dentist?
It'd make a pretty decent video if you let us go in there and film them, but I don't know if that would be a good thing. I don't think doctors are usually into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our teeth cleaned. Oh, can we get the stamp? And then does he give you like some little service thing? Like a little, what kind of, maybe a toothbrush or something?
Yeah, you get, well, they always give you the toothbrush. I feel if they tried to make that the present, I'd be like,
Is that a worldwide thing? Does everybody that watches our videos, when you go to the dentist, do they give you a toothbrush?
Yeah, I get the 6-month toothbrush.
You use it for 6 months?
Maybe. Let's not talk about that on the video. How long are you using your toothbrush? A year?
I don't know, a couple of weeks. I buy a new one.
What? That's not true.
Yeah, I do. It still seems like kind of that seems like you should get a new one every couple of days, right? Like, I don't know how often you're supposed to change these things.
They get the bristles that have the color in the middle, and when the color goes away, that's when you stop using the toothbrush, but they don't have that here, so I've just perpetually used the same toothbrush now. That's not true.
Good save. I'm gonna start marking your toothbrushes and keeping it sharp.
Luby here is not part of the stamp rally, but it's a hot yoga studio. This is just a gross name, guys. Who did this? What foreign friend was like, I got you, and like had some sort of vendetta that they were trying to put against this yoga shop?
I would like to point out that the actual name in Japanese is Rabie, not Luby, but it doesn't look so good in English.
No, bit sticky or slippery, bit slippery.
Sagawa is kind of like a UPS, and they deliver some things by bicycle, but I've never seen this one before. It's got this cart thing in the back, and it looks like it has a battery pack and stuff, so it's like an e-bike. And the thing that really caught me off guard is it's got 6 wheels. Like, it's got 2 on each side back here and then 2 in the middle, and then if you come around the front side, there's 2 more wheels in the front for stability. This is a pretty cool bicycle. What?
That's a smell, like this iced lemon cake. Like there's certain.
That's not what you said. What did you say?
I said it's a smellgasm. There are certain types of food or certain things that you hear that give you orgasms from that different sense. And an iced lemon cake goes back to like forever good smells for me.
What gives you an eargasm?
Horns in like ska music or any type of music.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is fika time, and we have stopped by one of the stamp rally contenders and got a couple of little cakes, and this one said it was a Tachikawa lemon cakey, and that's cool because it's got the name of the place that we're in at it. And
I'm
Katie
going for the meat pie look-alike.
Yeah, it does look like a meat pie.
And that made it easy to choose. So it's just like, okay, well, that looks like lunch, so I'll go with that.
All right. And this is to what? Exploring Tachikawa?
Exploring Tachikawa.
Okay.
I have lots of breadcrumbs on me right now.
Oh my god, it just melted in my mouth.
Was that a foodgasm?
Texturegasm? Can you have a texturegasm?
Yeah.
Whoa, the lemon flavor is explosive. It's like biting into a lemon almost. No, the cake itself though, is, you know, it's all right.
This exceeds my expectation.
It's not like soft or dry. It's somewhere in the middle. It's like airy almost.
Something is growling at us.
It's a pigeon. This lemon is intense.
You getting hurt over there?
This was just like a little like local bakery-esque pastry shop. I mean, like I can read Japanese, but like I didn't know what any of these signs meant because they're all like French or whatever. Like it's like,
whoa! How do you do that? It's like a Pez.
let me have a bite of your.
Dude, it was like a Pez.
It is very, very sweet.
You know how when you eat the Pez and like the first moment that you're in it, it just tastes like candy, but then you get the flavor on the tip of your tongue and it's kind of a carbonated feeling.
And you got it out of a clown's mouth or something?
Yeah. Snoopy done helped me out. But yeah, wow. How did they made it so it exploded on your tongue afterward?
Ooh, that's dark.
It is dark.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, it's not done poorly. I just don't prefer that flavor.
That's because it's zest. It's the zest of the fruit, which is like from the skin.
Oh, yeah, it is.
To give it that bitter flavor.
You're right. Yeah, so it was just this little shop, and it was fine. And you got another stamp there, which was cool.
We're now up to 5 stamps. And for those watching this video and closely paying attention, you've only seen 4 of the 5 stamps. Well, we ended up going to the big camera. It's really boring inside the big camera. Or at least for us, it's boring.
I don't think it's boring. It's just like, there's just so much going on. It's
I
just
bought
chaos.
some sunscreen. It wasn't like a very exciting moment, and I had to go up to the information desk and get the stamp, and it was very easy, and it just didn't seem like it filled in the blanks for this fun video.
I also kind of feel like filming in there, they might not be okay with that. I just get that vibe from that place. That they're going to be like, no, and they're going to give you the X's. So
what I wanted to do now that we have 5 stamps is look at what we've won. Here's what you won.
And we got it's like 3, 2, 1 on the recorder.
And beep beep.
All right, I got to frame it right.
Where were the prizes? I do not know where the prizes were.
It's like you can choose from different things to win from some sort of lottery, I think, right? Yeah, there you go. Is that am I right about how that works?
It's a television? A 4K TV?
Yeah, but
I
only
don't think that's right.
one person's going to win one of those.
Oh, so some of these I bet you can just join a lottery.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you don't just get the thing.
Oh, okay.
And like the Nintendo Switch had like 5 or something like that, and
I saw some that were like you can get a discount on something, but maybe I'm.
Oh, okay. I thought that you perhaps like if you got 3 stamps, you could get like a low tier prize, and like if you got like 10 stamps, you got a higher tier prize. Am I wrong about how this works?
No, well, yes. So it looks like this is C class.
I can hardly see it. So it says Songkol Stamp. Okay. Stamp Songkol.
And then
and then the B class
is also 3 stamps.
Okay.
But you're probably, well, that's 87 people will get this.
Okay, now go up.
I saw the burger here, and I thought, oh, it's a discount on a burger, but maybe it's just a free meal. And then the top one, the A class.
You have to have 5 stamps.
You have to have 5 stamps. So at this point, there's no need to go to another.
It says Goko Ijo. So does that mean 5 and up, or does that just mean 6? You know what I mean? Like I don't know that verbiage. Sometimes I feel like that can be a little ambiguous.
So now we gotta wander through
and pick. Are you gonna get that baby cart? So you need to get like a pig, or we've seen a pig in one of those, by the way, like in real life. Like this dude had this big fat pig dressed up like a baby, pushing it around a baby cart in the middle of Tokyo.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta choose like the top notch one that you think nobody else is gonna pick. And I think the Serrano hotel stay, probably other people won't pick that.
I don't know, man.
So we could go to a hotel. Let's find out.
So while Katie does that, I'm going to show you this little park
For 4 people?
This little park we have arrived in. It's like It's a park. It's not the best park in the world. Katie said, I think this is the worst place I've ever been. And it's just like a big open kind of useless space, to be honest with you. But it makes me wonder if maybe it is useless in the sense that they use it for festivals. Is that perhaps what this is for? Like you could put like carts and stuff here for like food carts and stuff. Or like you could use this for like a flea market or something like that. It makes me wonder if
flea market, the food
they
cart's
do things
not.
like that. I don't know. It's a space that it doesn't seem like they're doesn't seem the greatest area. And there's a lot of parking and stuff. It's very strange. I don't know what's out here. We're out in like the burbs too. It's like residential area. So I don't know, man. But it'll be interesting to see what Katie picks.
Trying to win. All right. So I've perused the prizes. As you know, I've looked at every single one and thought about it hard as we sat here for like 20 minutes. And I've come up with 3 options for what we could use our tickets on now, our stamps.
Okay.
I also then will have a twist before you decide. But let me explain what we could choose from and kind of like give people a rough understanding of what would happen. So one of the things on the screen right now is the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And the Switch, so many people are going to enter for that Switch, but only 5 people are going to get Switches.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how this works. You are just joining a lottery. You are not guaranteed anything. We kind of explained this already, but I thought I'd explain it again. I already own a Switch, so fuck it.
Yeah, but having another Switch could be fun to play Mario Kart. Think about it, 2 Switches.
True. All right. Well, now you have 4 options, okay?
Go ahead.
The second option that I think would come in handy for us would be the IKEA gift card here for $1,000. Or
Jumanen, yeah.
yeah, it's for $1,000.
Yeah, that's like.
So that's kind of cool, but only 2 people are going to get that. The likelihood that's going to be us, probably not pretty high.
Okay.
The third option comes with options within that option, and that would be putting our stuff down for possibly winning a hotel stay, which could make a future video, which could be kind of fun.
But is a hotel? Where is the hotel? Are they
They're in Tachikawa.
See, now that's kind of weird. I live in Tachikawa.
Don't care. Kind of fun.
Okay.
So there's actually 3 hotels you could choose from if you go down that option. And
I noticed you rolled past that baby carriage pretty fast.
I don't need I don't even know what world you're living in over there.
I'm just saying we
obsessed
could
with
get a
this-
dog. Put the dog in the baby carriage. Go
don't
or a
want
pig.
baby.
The pig.
I don't want a dog. I don't want a pig. I have you, and you're mobile and you move around on your own, and I am excited about it.
I would like a human big baby carriage for me that you could push around. That'd be great.
It's called a wheelchair.
No, but like an electric. No, like a big one with a bed in it and stuff, like for being comfortable. That'd be nice. Think about how nice
Everybody's
that
gonna have
would
to
be.
get out of the way.
Think about how nice that would be. Okay,
so many
anyways.
disabled people are like, I fucking hate this guy.
Lucky ass babies.
Yeah. Okay, and then the final one that I saw was down here, you can get a higher chance at actually having a payout at a grocery store for $100.
I don't know what.
This will...
Inageya?
Yeah, it's this area specific. I've seen them before. But then I also saw that there is this 5 kilos of rice that you can get here that 5 people might win. That's also an intriguing one as well. So actually there's 5 options, okay?
Yeah.
The 2 last ones that I showed, which was the rice and the grocery store, you only use 3 of your tickets to do that.
So
that's
you have
all
2
you
left.
need.
Oh, so
You'd
you
have
could go
2
get
left.
one more ticket
so you
and
could,
then get...
That's the twist. You could go and get one more, and then we could put ourselves in for both of those.
I say big ball it for the...
Big ball it, all right?
Big ball it for the IKEA gift card.
Oh, don't want to go on a Tachikawa.
I'm just saying that's the
Nighttime
most useless thing. Or useful thing.
It's the most useless
You
thing.
can get that one mama chatty too. Look at that. That's got room for me on the back.
That's only one person. Yeah, I can put you on the back. You can lean back. You have to sleep like you're dead, like all the kids do. When you see their parents drive by, the kids are just dead in the back. Okay, so we are going for the IKEA gift card that 2 people will win.
Maybe it'll be both of us.
It will be both of us.
All right, apply
right,
for
now.
the thing.
Now I gotta figure out how to do this. Now I gotta put in personal information. Bye!
Walking up the street kind of back towards the train station, and there was something that caught my eye. It's a little tatami shop where you don't typically have the opportunity to look into the tatami shop and see the machinery that they have, but they've got like this gigantic loom looking thing, and it's what he uses to make tatami. And tatami is flooring that's made of like grass basically, and it's really traditional in Japan. And it's just kind of neat to see this like giant machine, and I kind of wish a dude was there like using it. I want to see how it gets used. Like I have no idea, but little shops like this are kind of common, especially in this part of town where it's like a little bit away from the train station but not like way out in the sticks, kind of in the middle area. It's not uncommon to find a little tatami shop.
This poster is some good news. It's basically showing a basketball team, and I immediately was like, oh, there are basketball teams in Japan, and I'm sure there are. I guess maybe I'm stupid for really not knowing it, but apparently there's a basketball team which practices here in an arena in Tachikawa. And that's exciting because you and we went to a basketball game in Croatia, and we thoroughly enjoyed our time there. So I wouldn't mind going to a basketball game. So I was like, okay, when can I see them? And I get really invested, like looking at each player. And then I'm like, oh, the guy at the top, it's the coach. And then this is the most important player. What is this?
He doesn't look like he's awake.
Yeah, Toyota has sponsored this.
Are we gonna go to a game?
I would love to.
Let's do it sometime. Not 100% sure what we're standing in front of, but I believe maybe it is for like a political campaign office type thing, like a political candidate or something is using this for their campaign headquarters. And regardless, that's not the part that's important. The part that's important is these signs here, and you may be able to tell what this says without even being able to read Japanese. But it says Ukraine stop war. So it's like it's like a solidarity thing for the Ukrainians, and stop the war in Ukraine. You don't see a lot of stuff like this in Japan where they're thinking about like political situations, especially outside of Japan or outside of things that Japan is directly connected to. But every now and then you'll come across things like this. And I guess the Ukraine war is just such a huge deal right now. And it's like all over the news, especially, everywhere in the world, but here as well. That this, I think, is, I guess I'm not that surprised to see this. It's kind of cool though, just to see this kind of solidarity with another place coming from Japan, which is sort of a closed-off-ish place in a way. You know what I mean? They don't tend to dip into that thing, but in this case, it's just like horrific enough that these people are at least stepping into it. If you say the word Tachikawa to basically anybody that lives in Tokyo, they will say one word back to you, because this is what they will think of when they hear the word Tachikawa.
They will say IKEA, which might mean IKEA to you.
Yeah.
But yes, IKEA is very popular here, and there's probably like 3 or 4 satellite stores outside of Tokyo that people will travel about an hour to an hour and a half to get to, and Tachikawa is one of them.
I think it might be the closest one, kind of the most of central Tokyo.
Yeah, depending on which side of the city you're on.
Yeah.
We're gonna go up in here because we want to see what we're gonna buy with our amazing gift card that we're about to win in May. I put a reminder on my calendar to celebrate our winnings.
It's gonna be a lot of meatballs, y'all.
Weird things are afoot at the IKEA. We couldn't make video of this, but there was like a dude in there, and he was behind us. But Eric could get peeks and see what was going on. This dude brought his boombox, his like book to read, a DVD, a backpack that's like a Costco freezer bag type of backpack, and he had a cup that was from IKEA, but he definitely got
IKEA's
that like
of years ago.
Yeah, it was really worn out and it was leaking on the floor, and he's quite disheveled, and at one point he just like bolted from the eating area holding his hand over his butthole. So that was kind of strange.
This dude was just he's a little odd. He's an odd fellow.
Wow, that definitely happened.
Is that the whole thing?
No, then
Did something else happen?
When I went back in by myself, because it turns out that IKEA is part of the stamp rally. So I went in there, I bought some candles, and Eric got a hot dog, and so we might as well get the stamp, because the stamp rally goes on until the end of next month, and we may come back and end up getting 3 more stamps, so maybe we can enter another lottery. But I saw this girl come out of the IKEA, and she had kind of on like white overalls that weren't like overalls. They looked a little like updated, like linen overalls. That's what I'm gonna call them. They're called linen overalls. And she had one arm on and the other arm was like all down, and she was like walking out of IKEA like it really killed her to be in there.
IKEA can fuck you up, man. Like that'll end a marriage. Like no, like bang.
We've definitely had some arguments up in the IKEA.
Who hasn't? It's just like part of the. It's like a rite of passage.
Because everybody's got their own ideas, but we have a stamp now and some stories apparently.
And we're still
some
married.
Candles, and we are still married, and yeah.
Another notable feature of Tachikawa besides the IKEA is they have a monorail system, like a literal actual monorail, and we're walking underneath of the tracks right now. You can see it here.
And let's talk about like, this doesn't look futuristic anymore, right? It's lost the futuristicness,
yeah,
but it does look cool.
It's kind of neat that a train flies through the sky.
Yeah.
I'll give it that, but there's a reason that monorails aren't prolific. Like, there aren't a ton of them in the world. I looked this up, actually. I was curious, like, why aren't there more monorails? Apparently the track switching is really complex. And compared to something on the ground where they can just click them over, they have to move this entire like pillar
platform.
And it's got to like line up, and apparently
And
the
it's gotta
maintenance
have
for it.
vertical supports.
Yeah, the vertical supports and stuff. I have good news though. We're gonna get monorail upskirt. Hold on. Let's see where can be the best angle. Here we go. Is everybody ready? And wow, there it goes. Look at that. What up?
I can see up your skirt.
Is that a voice you've
Joe
heard?
Dirt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, is that
But
something
he's
you've
talking
heard?
about down the shirt. But it doesn't matter. Nailed it.
But yeah, but it is kind of cool because it's just like, it's iconic of Tachikawa. There are a couple of monorails in Japan, but this is one of the few. And it runs like north-south and kind of goes from one country Stixie area to another one. And Tachikawa is the built-up area, I believe, that it's just kind of like in the middle of the line. Like, that's
Wiener dog in a bag.
I was thinking about like
Sorry.
I was thinking about if we should make a train line video.
Oh yeah,
of
you
the
know,
monorail.
That's weird. We've been talking about doing a Chuo line video, and I completely just passed up the idea that we could be doing
Yeah.
that monorail line. What it was? Tama monorail?
I think it's called the Tama
You know,
monorail.
by the time we shoot the video, we might know the name of it.
But a video of this monorail line is something that people are interested in. I don't even know if like people are into those like train line videos. I think people dug them, but we did one for the Ginza and one for the Yamanote line. If people want to see this monorail line explored, I think it goes through a lot of like shopping centers and stuff, so I don't know, like we'll have to dig a little bit to maybe find like fun
I had a barbecue
tidbits.
at one of the stations once,
Oh,
and
that
was pretty fun. Yeah, it got dark and we were cooking things, and then we got kicked out because like it was after hours times, and they were like, "You guys gotta leave," and we were like, "But everything's still on fire." Spotted another one of the metalworks that are just dotted around Tachikawa, and the propeller actually moves on this one. We're finishing up the evening with some yakiniku, and we're next to a nice little grill, and I've got a bunch of meat and he's got a bunch of meat, and that means that it might be meat punchy time. That is the name of the restaurant, is Meat Punch. We're not even joking, it's hilarious. It made us come all the way from the other side of the station over here to just be at Meat Punch. They've got hats, I want one, like no joke. We found out that you have some fat here, and you're supposed to grease your guy with this. Is it fat enough now? I don't know what I'm doing. We got our meat going. I've gone with just some pork. I don't even know what meat you chose. You said Genghis Khan, and I was just like, that's a person, so I don't know what meat you got. And I'm gonna try it. Pretty relaxed. It may have been marinated in some stuff, and it may also have some goma on top, but it's just like it lets the meat shine through. And we've got some dips that came with it. I haven't tried all of them. That was my first bite. It was lemony because I went with the lemon because that was a surprise to me on the table that lemon was here. Eric wants me to point out this tube of Nomi Hodai that comes directly to the table. This looks dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. And I can't tell if they'll have multiple types of drink come out of that. Woo!
This thing, it kicks out highball, like just the alcohol part, and then they bring you different like mixtures like lemon or ume or something like that you can mix into it to get different flavored highball. So it's like a highball Nomi Hodai. So this is like an alcohol pipe that comes straight to the table. Now, we aren't feeling like super like into drinking a bunch of alcohol right now. We got some busy things to do tomorrow. I did a bunch of stuff a couple days ago, and it's just not alcohol isn't in our game, but that could be a dangerous but fun pipe to come experience at some point. Katie had joked that maybe I'm eating Genghis Khan, and that is the name of it. It's Genghis Khan, and it is a dish that we had when we were up in Hokkaido many, many years ago.
Essentially, it is lamb that is cooked on like a hot plate where you cook it yourself.
And like Katie said, you've got a couple of different fixins that you can put it into. And I mean, just take like good barbecued meat.
We're gonna burn my meat. I didn't know.
Want me to take it off?
This. Yeah, can you put it on the rice?
That's the thing about this. Like, you're constantly on your toes to make sure. Yakiniku is a kind of a stressful experience, but it's also kind of fun at the same time. And then, I mean, you've just got a bunch of different like vegetables and soups and like all sorts of stuff. And I think this is going to be like about 14 or 1500 yen for my set, and I think Katie's was maybe 1,000 or around 1100 or something like that. So like for the price and everything, I think it's really good, and it's just kind of fun place. And I mean, it's called Meat Punchy.
Got dark.
It did get dark, yeah. So that Yakiniku restaurant that we went to, Meat Punchy, I think that place probably pops off on the weekends because they have like, you know, you go to like Taco Bell and there's like a machine to get your own drinks. And like, you know, you self-serve your thing. They've got one of those things, but it dispenses alcohol. But in addition to the spigot at the table that dispenses alcohol. So I think that place is probably like bopping on the weekends. But what is it? It's like Tuesday or something. So
yeah, so it was half full.
Yeah, it was half full and we were just munching some meat.
It has been an eventful and successful day. I will say when we left the house today, I was like, well, we both thought to ourselves that the newspaper marked that this was not a kid activity.
No, it said it was a kid activity.
It said it was a kid activity, but that also adults would like it too. And earlier you said to me, when I found out that adults would like it too, and it doesn't necessarily have to have children, I thought maybe we won't like it. And so we had that worry this morning. I think that we made the fun of the event that we could. We dashed in the postcard club. We went and ate at some restaurants that we would have probably never have gone to.
That's true.
And had some dishes that were really good. And I think that was actually to our luck of having hit many restaurants that were not open.
It was cool to direct us to places that we would never have normally gone otherwise.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but it did end us up in the worst park in all of Japan. So
It wasn't so bad.
You know, with the good comes the bad sometimes. And you just got to take it as it is.
It was a cool way to kind of explore in your neighborhood and stuff too. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. And I think there's going to be more videos from this area coming because this is where we live now. So. And
we got 2 stamps. We need one more stamp.
Just one more stamp. Oh, okay. So there'll be more coming from that, and we'll let everybody know.
There will not be more coming from that.
Well, for us,
get off the stamps.
But if we win the IKEA thing, we'll let everybody know.
Yeah.
And the way to find out about that would be on the social medias. And so that's over on the Twitter or the Instagrams or let's see what else have we got.
Discord or Facebook, or you can hop onto Patreon and really get down and dirty with us on the postcard club, which those postcards are going to be coming out to people
Patreon's
soon,
the
or
way
did close to this video.
Patreon's the way we make these videos, and without that we can't make videos. So if you want to help us make videos, Patreon's the place to do it. And the other place that I'm pumping hard lately is hit up our Twitch channel if you are a Twitch person, and if you're not, you should check it out anyways. I've got this whole rig set up now to do IRL in real life live streaming and stuff. I've been doing these bike rides. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, so that's a thing that you can check out as well. Hopefully we will have the equipment for Katie to join us on bike rides at some point in the future too.
Yeah.
And
Eric says he's gonna stare at my fat booty.
yeah, that was the thing.
And that's like a PhD type thing. I think it's called thick now.
With C's. You guys spell it with C's.
I did. Could you not hear the C's?
I think one of the C's is capitalized. I don't know. I don't know. That evolves all so fast, but it's thick, girl. Yeah, that's it. So everybody have a nice one. I don't know how to end it. I'm always like, how do you end? How do you stop?
And the propeller actually moves on this one. Awkward face at the end.